Hey everyone, so we have just seen episode 5 of Wandavision. It came out last Friday, so I thought I would do a quick little video for this Tuesday all about the show before the next episode comes out and, you know, proves my theory wrong. So today we're going to be talking about who is really in charge of Westview. Is it Wanda or is it someone else? What we know from episode 5 is that Wanda is very much aware of what's happening. She breaks out of Westview at one point to confront Sword, and she happily goes back into Westview. She's conscious about what's happening. She may not be all too aware of what's happening to the residents and the pain they're in, but she is in a safe little bubble with Vision and her family, and she doesn't want to leave that. We also saw that she stole Vision's corpse. We don't know what this was for. Maybe this was to bring him back. Don't know how she would have done that, but maybe when she was trying to figure out ways to bring him back, someone came to her and offered her a wish, let's say, your perfect life, in exchange for something else. I also think Sword know more than they're letting on. The fact that they turned the missile on her pretty quickly and were gonna shoot to kill means something. They obviously have more information than they're letting on, especially because Monica heavily backed up that this is all due to grief and that Wanda is not a danger. Obviously we've got the Sokovia Accords and the fact that she broke them, but you would think there was some leeway because she had this massive impact on the battle with Thanos, but whatever. It seems a bit strange that they went for shoot to kill, but while I was discussing this with my brother, he pointed out that if you had a weapon of mass destruction in the real world, the government agents might shoot to kill before they question. So I guess it makes sense. It's a weird one because I don't like the guy in charge of Sword, but then you can kind of see where they're coming from because all they're looking at are Wanda's negatives. They're not looking at all the positives she's done for the world. So you can see how it's been like misconstrued. Is that weird? Okay, so this is definitely an obvious one. All of these are, but the neighbour is definitely in on it. Not only did a couple of episodes ago we get like casting for the residents, she wasn't there, but the nosy neighbour, people have theorised that she is Agatha, and I get where this is coming from. Agatha and Wanda have a very weird relationship in the comics. They are often enemies, but also like mentor and mentee at times. Mentee, is that a word? Am I just making words up today? So I don't know if she's the big bad or she is just helping someone out. She didn't bat an eyelid when the twins aged rapidly. I don't know if that's just a byproduct of being under someone's spell. She also, I feel like she was testing Wanda. She definitely killed Sparky, and then when the kids were like, "Mum, you can bring someone back," she kind of stopped crying and went, "Can you do that?" Like testing her. I think she is doing that. She's just there as one giant test. Another thing that Agatha or Agnes could be after is the twins. They are very powerful, and it has shown that Wanda can come in and out, so can Monica. People can go in and they can survive coming out, so what would stop twins being able to materialise in the real world? And Wanda is very easy to manipulate at the moment because of her grief. We do get a bit more information on Wanda's powers in the MCU, and it doesn't really add up with what she's doing in Westview. Wanda even says at one point, how can I be like making people go to dentist appointments, mowing the grass, all at the same time? She clearly knows something's wrong, but she's too happy. She's too in this perfect family to give a shit. But I don't think she's the one pulling the strings. And also when Norm was like brought back out of his like mind controlled shell, he was like she, her. He didn't say Wanda, he just said she and her. Wanda is an Avenger, you would know her name. So I definitely think Agnes is involved. People have theorised that Mephisto is the one running the shots. Maybe, I don't know how they're going to fit him into this, but if Agnes is Agatha, that's a big enough bad guy for this series. Especially if she's after the twins, because aging rapidly seems more of like something that Agnes did, because they were babies, and then once they stopped crying they magically turned into toddlers or older than that while she was there. So maybe she's the one that was aging them up. Maybe she was doing it to solve all of their problems, stop the kids crying, solve the problem of Vision not wanting the dog. Speaking of problems, Pietro is back. He is in a different body. He has been, as Darcy said, recast. I think this was done on accident because Wanda herself didn't seem like she recognised her own brother until like it clicked in her head who he was. So I think what happened was whoever is calling the shots saw that Wanda was unhappy in that moment, her and Vision were fighting, wanted to cheer her up and knew that Pietro would be the one to do that and stop her questioning stuff as well, and pulled a Quicksilver out of the multiverse, just pulled the wrong one, but gave him all the relevant memories. Because Peter in the X-Men films does have two sisters. One was like in a like deleted scene, so maybe Wanda was the sister and that's how they recognise each other. So I just wanted to make this video because this show is just so intriguing. The first couple episodes I thought was going a bit slow. I loved it, but I was watching it with my family and they were like, what are we watching right now? But I'm so excited, it is ramping up, and I really hope that Agent Wu and Darcy Lewis get their own X-Files spin-off. Fingers crossed for that. I really don't think Wanda is in charge, but I think if she isn't in charge, this is the catalyst for her becoming the next big MCU villain. I think whatever happens in this show is going to spiral her out of control. She's probably going to lose Vision at the end of this. Pietro's going to be gone. Her twins will no longer exist. She's not going to be happy. Also, Hawkeye. Where the hell is he? Like, one of his sons is literally named after Pietro. Like, he's pretty involved with Wanda. You would think he'd be a bit concerned. I know this is like only a couple of days after Endgame, but still. I also want to know what they were doing to Vision's body at Sword headquarters. Obviously, I think Vision probably donated his organs, so it was probably like something he wanted. But, or maybe it wasn't. Maybe that's why they wanted to kill Wanda, because she knew the truth. Because there was a point where she gave that man a look, wasn't there? Oh my god, it's all coming together in my head right now. I bet Sword were doing something to Vision, maybe something not completely above board. Wanda found this out because 9 days after, she's pretty powerful to just do it straight away. Why 9 or so days after? She must have heard something was happening. And his body would have been there for 4 years. Anyway, that is it. I wanted to make a video for this week before the next episode comes out. And I really don't know what's going to happen, but I don't think Wanda's in charge. I think she just doesn't care too much as long as her bubble hasn't been burst. She's lost too much to care. I think though that once Vision gets through to her, she'll try and solve the problem. But in doing so, she may lose Vision and the kids again, and it's not going to end well. I really hope normal Pietro comes back as well, because that would be funny if like they fade in and out of each other, like 1 minute is Peter, 1 minute is Pietro. Like the actors are fading in and out of each other, like whoever's in charge isn't quite sure who's the real Pietro and is getting confused. That'd be quite cool. Anyway, that is it. Agnes, she is sketchy. Keep an eye out. I hope you enjoyed this little mini Wandavision video. I hope you're enjoying the series. I am, and I can't wait for every episode. Like every Friday, it's like the best day of the week, especially with lockdown. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe because I upload every week, so click that bell if you want to be notified when I do upload. It's just a show that every episode I get more and more into it, and I cannot wait for some badass Wanda moments. Anyway, I hope you guys are staying safe and I will see you next time. Bye everyone.